Acacia Kersey recently returned to social media after taking a year off, and she's now addressing a lot of questions people have about her kids, her personal life, and her past. When she returned, she had made it known that her and Jarius were no longer married, which was a major shock to a lot of people that have followed her for a very long time. People just honestly couldn't believe it. But she didn't go into too much detail as to why, and she did say that she was going to be keeping a lot of her life private from now on. She said that she wasn't going to be talking about him, she wasn't going to be talking about her kids, but over the last few weeks of being back online, she has started to open up more and share things that are going on, how she's feeling, and she is talking about the past and the present, honestly. She's been posting a ton on TikTok and on Instagram, and recently she said, hardest part of separating when you have children is the feeling of tape over your mouth, not being able to scream from the rooftops how you've been treated for years, not being able to tell all the lies and all the emotional torment. My baby's relationship with her dad means more to me than what he did. So I put on a brave face, wipe my tears, and tell them how much their mommy and daddy love them. Sometimes a great father isn't a great partner. She put in the caption, there's not a single way I can talk about what I've been through without hurting someone else. On Instagram, she posted a couple days later saying, yay, sarcasm, it's all hitting me. My first time ever being alone on Christmas Eve and Christmas morning. First time being Santa by myself. First time eating the cookies alone. I know it's going to be so quiet. I just want to make Christmas joyful for them, but it's kind of killing me. How do I do it? She later did a live stream where she was talking about this scary new time in her life and also some things that she's unlearning, like having to apologize for everything.
My favorite thing about life, which is honestly also the scariest thing about my life right now, is just like all the new. There's a lot of new happening, and for me, change is like really difficult, suffocating sometimes, but I'm trying to really enjoy the new, and so I'm trying to look at it from like an exciting perspective, like, wow, look at all these new things I get to do. I don't have to apologize. I'm learning that.
And more recently, she decided that she was going to address some of the hate comments that she's received about neglecting her second child. People have heavily criticized her parenting throughout the years when she used to vlog her life, and there were a lot of different times where people would pull photos or video clips and compile them together and claim that she was not a good mom, and she finally wanted to speak out on some of these accusations because this was a really big deal, and Acacia never really spoke out about all of this backlash that she was getting. And this is the first time we're really hearing her open up about how she's felt about people making these comments towards her. So somebody left a comment on one of her recent TikToks and it said, so the video of your child getting stepped on by her large dog just doesn't exist? Acting like it doesn't is what's pathetic here, LOL. This person is referencing a time where Acacia was live streaming. She used to live stream every Thursday, and one time during her stream, people heard her daughter crying in the background, and after checking on her, she said that her dog had stepped on the baby.
I hear Rosie crying.
This wants you to back up really bad.
Oh, I have to go help Rosie. I hear her crying. BRB, guys. Hi guys, I'm back.
Everything good?
Yeah, Lucy stepped on her.
Acacia wanted to speak out about this and talk about what happened in the live stream because a ton of people were calling her a bad mom for this. They were saying that she was so slow to go check on Rosie. Was the baby just laying on the floor without any attendance? Like, what was going on? People just didn't get a good vibe from that video. And so she was finally going to explain what happened because she's tired of people blaming her for being a bad mom over an accident that happened while her baby was being watched by her father. And you can tell right off the bat that she was so done with this topic and she had strong feelings about it.
All right, I'm going to talk about this one time and one time only because I'm so tired of this story being talked about. Not that this is going to end the story being talked about, but at least there's some room in here for my voice to say something. And before people get pissy at me for being passive aggressive or mad, I have the right to be, and I don't give a. So let's get into it.
She goes on to explain that, yes, she used to live stream every Thursday and that was her job. That's how she would make money. And during that time, Jarius would watch the kids for her. But people wanted to make it seem like she was just ignoring her responsibilities as a mom and leaving her daughter alone with nobody watching over her. And that was just not the case, she says.
Okay, so I was working my job, which I did every Thursday night for 2 to 4 hours. And during that time, my daughter was with my very capable ex-husband, and he was watching her. He was spending the evening with her like he did every Thursday night when I worked. And during that time, during my stream, I hear crying, actually everyone else can hear it before me because my noise canceling headphones. It came through my microphone before it came through my headphones. And they're like, hey, what's going on with the crying in the background? I'm like, huh? What are you talking about? And I take my headphones off, and I'm like, oh my God, there's crying in the background. So I go and check, even though I don't have to, because like I said, she's in the capable hands of her loving father, who's taking care of it. He was taking care of it. And I'm not in any rush because I know she's in capable hands. So once I get out there, because I'm curious about what happened and I need to check on her, he says, don't worry, I've got it all handled. You're good, just go back, because he knows I'm live during this time. And there's nothing I can do. I can't console her because he's consoling her. I can't hold her, he's holding her. There's nothing to put a Band-Aid on. There's no ice pack that I can get.
She then explains that their dog did accidentally step on the baby when her husband was playing around, and it wasn't anything that she could have helped with. She couldn't have saved the day. It was already done, and by the time she got over there, it was, what was she going to do? That's what she's saying.
There's nothing that I could do in this scenario because it was just an accident of my partner at the time playing with our dog and our dog accidentally backing up into our daughter. Unfortunate situation. No parent wants that to happen. Nobody wishes that to happen. But it did happen, like accidents do, and we handled the situation. So that's really all there is to it.
She was not holding back, that is for sure. She had feelings on the subject and was clearly overhearing it from other people.
What else was I supposed to do? So I go back to my job and I'm like, everything's fine, because before I even sat down at my computer, she stopped crying. No neglect, no abuse. Nothing of the sort. So stop being snarky little.
She actually did end up getting a lot of support under this video. Tons of people were saying things like, please, I'm so happy you're speaking your truth. No, because they legit called CPS and tried to make it an actual thing. I'm so sorry, Acacia. You deserve none of that. Accidents happen every day. She wasn't by herself. You weren't being neglectful. I don't understand how this was twisted into what it was. People act like kids don't get hurt on a daily basis. People who don't have kids always have the most to say about parenting. Love this era of Acacia. I'm here for it. Acacia left the internet for a whole year and came back swinging. I'm here for it. It seems like she really wanted to get that off her chest and had been holding on to a lot of anger in terms of people judging her parenting. And it's probably a huge reason why she's chosen to no longer show her kids online. Acacia ended up responding to another comment about her parenting. Someone had commented on the video of her talking about her stream and said, fair explanation. I'm curious, what are your thoughts on taking your daughter camping after open heart surgery? I've always just wondered. And Acacia went on to explain the timeline between Rosie's open heart surgery and them actually going on the family vacation where they went camping.
I love this one because of how wrong it is. It's hilarious to me. Because she wasn't even released from the hospital until she was safe to go out and about and doing things, which was like weeks and weeks after she even had open heart surgery. And then we were sent home. And then we went home we got sent home August 5th, and then we had to drive back up to Seattle, a 5-hour drive, on August 19th for a checkup appointment after being released from the hospital, which again was weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks after she had even had surgery. And we stopped at the hospital and we had her checkup and her echo and all the fun little things that happened. And we were like, hey, is she, well, first of all, we already knew she was safe to do anything. That's why she was able to be sent home. She wasn't sent home on machines or anything like that. She was capable of being out in the world again. That's why she was sent home. But we wanted to double check. We were like, oh, since we're up here and 5 hours away from home, we thought we would hit a national park to cross it off our bucket list. And because we've been cooped up, and she has been cooped up in a medical facility for 3 months now, we thought it'd be a good idea to get her out in some nature, because that's the kind of people that we are. We think that nature is healing, which it is. And we wanted some fresh air, and we wanted to take it a little trip as a family after everything that we've been through. And so we decided to go to the national park and spend 2 nights there. And we stayed in a campground, and it was amazing. And it was approved by the literal person who performed open heart surgery on her and gave the okay to us to go. So, I mean, I guess you guys could be mad that I took her, but I'm not.
So Acacia's clearly trying to clear her name from all of the people that try to say that she was a bad mom, she made bad decisions. She wants to get everyone on the same page with what actually happened. As of right now, that's what Acacia has had to say in regards to past stuff, present stuff. I certainly want to know what you guys think about this and all the positive comments that she's been getting under these videos. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.